In this tutorial, we introduce you to one of the major components of the circulatory system called blood vessels. If you like what you see on our channel, please like, subscribe and turn on notifications. What are blood vessels? Blood vessels are networks of hollow tubes or channels that carry blood to and from all parts of the body. They connect the main pumping organ of the body, that is, the heart, to the rest of the body. They form a closed loop like a circuit that begins and ends at the heart. So, what are the functions of blood vessels? Blood vessels transport blood cells, nutrients and oxygen to the organs and tissues of the body. They also carry waste and carbon dioxide away from the organs and tissues. This is necessary to sustain life and promote the health of all the body's tissues. The blood vessels consist of the arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules and veins. Each one of these plays a very specific role in the process of circulation. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart, which eventually branch into smaller vessels called arterioles. The arterioles connect with even smaller blood vessels called capillaries. Through the thin walls of the capillaries, oxygen and other nutrients pass from the blood into the tissues, and carbon dioxide and other waste products pass from the tissues into the blood. This deoxygenated blood then flows from the capillaries into venules. The venules then merge into veins, which carries the blood back to the heart. Now let me explain how the different blood vessels are adapted to carry out their specific function efficiently. We know that the arteries carry blood away from the heart. This blood is at a high pressure since it has been forced out by the contraction of the muscular ventricles in the heart. Arteries need thick and strong walls to withstand the high pressure of the blood flowing through them. The space inside the arteries, called the lumen, is small, which ensures that the pressure is maintained as the blood is transported around the body. The blood flow through the arteries is not smooth due to the pulsing effect introduced as the ventricles contract and relax. This causes the arteries to have elastic tissue in their walls, which can stretch and recoil with the force of the blood. This helps to make the flow of blood smoother. Arteries have no valves because the force of the heartbeat keeps blood flowing in only one direction. Arteries branch into smaller vessels called arterioles. Arterioles are highly muscular and flexible and can change their diameter manyfold. The arterioles gradually divide to form smaller and smaller vessels called the capillaries. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels having thin walls which are only one cell thick with a narrow lumen. The thin walls of the capillaries allow oxygen and nutrients to pass from the blood into the tissues and allow waste products to pass from the tissues into the blood. The capillaries gradually join up again and increase in size to form venules. Venules receive blood from many capillaries. The venules join to form larger veins. A vein carries blood away from an organ towards the heart. Veins hold more blood than the artery. They carry large volumes of deoxygenated blood back to the heart. By the time the blood gets into the veins, it is at a much lower pressure than it was in the arteries. Veins are built of thin, less elastic walls which help them handle high volumes and low pressure. If the veins were narrow, this would slow down the blood even more. To help keep the blood moving easily through them, the space inside the veins, called the lumen, is much wider than the lumen of the arteries. Veins have a one-way valve. Each valve consists of two flaps with edges that meet. Blood, as it moves towards the heart, pushes the flaps open. If gravity and muscle contractions try to pull the blood backward, or if blood begins to back up in a vein, the flaps are pushed closed, preventing a backward flow. Thus, valves help the return of the blood to the heart by opening when the blood flows towards the heart and closing when blood flows backward due to gravity. Blood helps sustain life, and without it, the human body would not be able to send nutrients and expel waste from the various organs. Were you aware that blood is mostly made up of water? Stay tuned as we understand the components of blood in our next tutorial.